The first people I ever looked up to were Busted, and I mean I was like crazily obsessed with them. I had their albums, I sang all their songs non-stop, and like I tried to start a tribute band for them, bearing in mind I was 8 and very lacking any musical talent at all. So I've been a fan of Busted since I was sort of age 6 or 7. I became a fan sort of just as they were breaking up, so I never really had the access to things like merch or anything like that because it wasn't available after they broke up. And at that time there wasn't stuff on the internet, so there wasn't YouTube videos, there wasn't Wikipedia pages, there wasn't fan sites. So I didn't really have any resources to get to know the band members themselves better. So it always sort of became I looked up to them, but I was really young and didn't understand. I liked their music basically. And then when I was in year 4, I'd become a fan of X Factor because my family, we all watched it every weekend, that's what we did. And I don't know if you remember this person, Chico. I voted for him every week. Then one week I had to go out for like a family thing, we had to all go out, and I missed X Factor, so I couldn't vote for him. And that week he went out and I blamed myself. I'm just thinking about it now. I phoned my mum and cried. Oh, I don't know why I liked him, but I did. And I obsessed over him. He was my first idol, as in like I became a member of his fan club. I bought everything to do with him. I thought he was the best person in the world. I looked up to him so much in every way, even though I didn't actually know much about him as a person. The third obsession was Michael Jackson, and this like suddenly hit me sort of the end of year 8, start of year 9, and I just listened to his music on repeat for probably two and a half years. Like there was literally nothing else that I wanted to listen to. Then obviously he's very controversial at the same time, like you've got the abuse scandals and the thing with Baby out the window, but still I idolised Michael Jackson for those 2 years. And like literally nothing anyone would say would change my opinion about him, like nothing. And the last person who I would have considered as an idol is Amazing Phil. I found his channel in 2011, and since then till about a year ago I just looked up to him so much, like not just as a person who made videos, but I thought like his personality was so sweet and he did such loving things for all the people he met, and it was just, I just looked up to him. I wanted to be him. From Phil I found other YouTubers that I looked up to, and I think it's the sort of fake closeness of the YouTube community which made me feel so connected to all these people and want to be like them, and just I admired them in every way. But the recent events in the YouTube community have made me realise just how unhealthy idolising people can be. The combination of celebrity culture and Tumblr culture really encourages us to idolise people. Like you're going to go on Tumblr, you're going to scroll down your dashboard, you can see a picture of some famous actor who you think is perfect in every way, and that's expected of you because you're presented with an image of this person who looks perfect, like physically they are flawless, because of Photoshop and expensive treatments, whatever. And the image shown to us as the general population is someone who's funny, clever, good-willed, just everything good. And the aim of this is to make us feel like we know the person so that we can feel a closer connection with them and then make them more money by buying more merch or watching more of their films or whatever. But the thing is, you don't know the person, you don't know them at all. You don't know how they act around their friends, how they were at school. You don't know what they're really like, you don't know what they're capable of. They could be capable of mass murder, but you aren't showing that side because you're a fan. And I think it's very fair to say that recent events in the YouTube community reflect this. Recently on Tumblr there was the whole thing going around about hating on the Fault in Our Stars and John Green in general. There was a post made by a blog called Your Favourite's Problematic, and it listed every kind of thing he could have done wrong in his whole life. And they've got posts like that for loads of different people. What that blog is trying to do is not spread hate, but it's trying to point out that everybody has flaws. And that's true. Everyone has flaws. I have flaws. I am one of the most gross people ever, according to myself. Like, I've done so many bad things in my life and I feel so bad about them. But every single day I try and make myself a better person. Every single day and try and make up for the bad things I've done. And that doesn't mean to say I still don't do bad things. Everyone does bad things. But I'm consciously trying to stop it. People that you don't know whether they care about the things that they've done wrong. You don't even know if they know that some of the stuff they've done is wrong. But John Green has done great stuff as well as any bad stuff which you may have done. I mean, he raises so much money for charity every year. He spends his time educating young people about things which really matter. And he's created VidCon, that's a great thing, isn't it? But everyone's like that. Every human is complex and every human is flawed, and there isn't one person in the world who I would feel comfortable looking up to and saying, yeah, I want to be just like them. But at the same time, something I think people forget to remember is that humans change. Like, I'm a completely different person to who I was 2 years ago, and an even more different person to the person I was 5 years ago. But that is humanity. We grow, we change. That's what life is. I think when we're talking about this and saying that everybody has flaws, it is important to remember that maybe the person that person is now is a lot better than the person that they were when you decided you didn't like them. And I think that's what I've learned over the past few years, is that you should idolise actions and not people.